far as education, but he's also greatly improved in his speaking abilities. I am amazed to see John, when he gets up here, how great he is with the audience. So it's just neat to see the different types of speeches that he has, but also to see the improvement with his speeches. The title of his speech is Why Don't People See Things the Way I Do? So I'd like to welcome John up to the platform.
Very much. Give me one quick second. Audio-visual speech for me, and I hope this works. Hello. Look okay? I thought this. Okay, so thank you very much for having me tonight. My name is John Osmus. I have this for the audiovisual night, although it has nothing to do with the speech. It landed in my yard, so I assume it's defective. I know that Beth said a great thing. We're all here. We kind of want to practice our craft, hone our abilities to say what we mean. We're intelligent people, and we read facts, and we have considered opinions. We come to conclusions, and we want to be able to be persuasive in our talks with others. And that's one of the reasons that we come. So I titled my speech tonight, Why Don't People See Things the Way I Do? I would like to start the speech by giving you a little story. There was, a while back, there was a missionary and his wife that went to the deepest jungles in Papua New Guinea. And they came upon the Sawi tribe. There were 3 tribes located in this very remote section of the jungle. And one was the Sawi people. And they started to live there with them and to study their ways. All 3 tribes were cannibalistic. They were all headhunters. And they were all at war with each other. Well, they brought a lot of medicine and things like that and some technology with them. So the tribe let them stay there. But one of the things they noticed right away about the tribe was one of the values they had was deceit. That was the highest, that was the pinnacle of success in their way of thinking, was deceit. And so when they told them the story about Jesus, guess who they thought was the hero of that story? Judas. Judas, they said, that's the hero. He betrayed Jesus. We like Judas. So they got a little frustrated. And after a while, they decided they were not going to stay there any longer. But the tribes really liked having them there because they bought some good stuff and they were thriving. So they got together, the 3 tribes, and they said, we are gonna make peace with each other. And I might have been saying this like it's going to be some punchline at the end. This is a real story. Don Richardson is the missionary I'm talking about. But what they did was they had this big ceremony, and what happened was one of the tribes, the chief, gave his son to the chief of the other tribe to raise up. And Don Richardson, he said, no, a man that would do that is a man that can be trusted. And he started thinking, I think I see a redemptive analogy here. And so he started telling them about how God gave his son, his only son, to the enemy in order to have peace. And so with that kind of understanding, this whole people group of the Sawi Indians, they shifted from this deceit was the best thing ever to understanding about Jesus, and they all became Christians, and they're that way to this day. So I wanted to tell you about that to introduce a little talk about our world views. What most of us do is we go through life and we see what? The first thing we notice about people is we see that they messed up on the first time they wrote this, so they wrote it again. There's a person's behavior. What is being done? So let's look at this target down here. Behavior, that's the things we do. We get in a car, we go to work, we eat dinner, we talk, we watch TV. This is behavior. This is surface level stuff. And this is the stuff we usually notice about others and they notice about us. But what happens, what I want to point out is that beneath the surface, the things that are driving the different behaviors are values. We all have value systems. And from our values, that's what is good, what is best, what is beneficial. We go through this thought process to come up with values. When we find out what's good, what's beneficial, that leads us to our behaviors. it's interesting, and we don't have near enough time to go through all this. This is lecture type stuff, but we're just going to touch on it tonight. But people can have similar values and have different behaviors. Or what's beneath the values? The beliefs. The belief, what is true, drives the values that drive the behavior. So beliefs, what is true, tells us, I look at the values. Two people could want to keep the earth free of trash and in good shape, but they might come from different beliefs on how to get that done. And then, but below that is worldview, and that is what is real. Down here is, this is the fundamental stuff that we go through. The big questions, the life questions like, what am I doing here? What is my purpose? Is anybody else here? Does anything else matter? Is the present the only thing that matters? Is the past that I should take into account? These are the big things that matter. What happens when I die? Out of a worldview comes a belief system. Out of a belief system comes a value, a set of values. And out of that set of values becomes behavior patterns. Again, this is fascinating stuff to me. But the reason I'm bringing this up tonight, the point I want to make is, since we all get together, and as Jack said, we're a bunch of, you said frustrated conservatives, I know what you mean, but we are almost like-minded here. We tend to act and have a little culture among ourselves that drives similar behavior, similar values. It may start to change as we get down to here, may not. But what we're doing is we want to converse and engage with a world that may not have the same belief systems and may not have the same worldview system. And my point is that we cannot change, we cannot ever hope to have a lasting change of people's behavior or even their value systems without going deeper to what they believe and their worldview, the worldview that the culture has brought them up in, society has brought them up. So that's all I want to say tonight. There's much more we could talk on this subject, but thank you very much for your time.
For some more.
Thank you very much. Well, I got 2 more speakers.